Hey, what's up guys? I'm Johnny Mariga.
And I'm Lauren.
So since our last video has been a little
It's been
longer.
about 5 weeks. 5 weeks. Anyways, it's been a long time.
So the last video was Colorado.
Yes.
So after Colorado, a lot of things happening, right?
We had the fight. Then we had to get ready for moving. Well, we moved out of our apartment and then we had the fight. And then we had to prepare to move.
Yeah, so we're having the fight coming up on the time we're in Colorado on our anniversary. So after that, we got the fight and we go ready to move. As some of you guys knew, we're moving to Florida. So we got things ready.
Then we moved.
So
that was 4 weeks ago.
yeah.
We didn't give an update on anything because a few things happened that we weren't expecting, and they took a good majority of our time.
Yeah, well, it's just like a movie, you know, when you move.
Chaotic and crazy.
Yes, a lot of things happen until you set up and things start to going well again, or you know, adjustment. I had a lot of adjustments this few 4 weeks, the last 4 weeks.
We moved here to our apartment, and when we got to the apartment, so not the apartment we're in now, when we moved in, it was really bad. It was very, very awful. But
well, as we were moving and we didn't have things set up, like we didn't have the right time, the right thing to do. Like we were praying and waiting on the money, waiting on the trying to find a place that we could afford, and also that would be closer where we want to be and where we're gonna go to training, the gym and everything else. So we found one and contacted the owner. He was a Brazilian. We talked to him and we set up everything through phone. So
obviously we didn't have enough money to come down here, check everything out, and then go back and then move. So that just wasn't possible.
We saw everything through pictures and we're like, all right, it's affordable, it doesn't look as bad, all right, so what we need. So he putting us in front of some people who already wanted the apartment. We signed the contract and we are ready to move. So we signed a week before we move, and we had a week before we come here. A week after that, we got here, we moved to the apartment, and everything was...
It was awful.
That was...
the air conditioning, neither one of them were working. One of them leaked all over our boxes because he didn't tell us it was leaking. It was very, very dirty. We had to go through the entire place and clean it, and even after we deep cleaned it, it was still very dirty. There were bugs in the refrigerator, in the dishwasher, on top of the cabinets.
And it was just like
very bad.
Not ready to move in.
And the neighborhood was very rough.
Wasn't in a very good neighborhood, and the way he told us before was like, it's safe. It has a gate. It has a security guard around, and yes, it did. But also you don't want to get into too much details and like too much, but it was a rough week. In 1 week, it seems like was a long time.
That first week, we almost moved back to Kansas.
Yeah, we're like, it's not what we thought. It's not what I don't know. And we pray about finding a new place, find a new, a new apartment. Anyway, we're almost giving up, and we had this idea. Lauren searched and found this apartment complex, and like, let's look on. But it's in a good neighborhood, and it's like kind of fancy. We're like, we will not be able to afford, but let's check. And when we checked, it was like students. It's like really nice neighborhood, but it's really affordable and really nice in Boca. And we're like, wow. So everything working the way that we could get it, and the way that God is working for us, and made everything happen. And
they accepted our dogs. Their move-in fee was very, very
we didn't have
low.
to pay the first and the last month and the deposit like everywhere else do it. You have to pay almost 3 rent price to move in. Anyway, so it was really good. And on the same weekend we went to the church, and what we hear in there, that encouraged us to keep it going, and you know, and one of the message was, where God guides you, He provides to you. So if you think you're on the right place and you think you know that God is guiding you, don't be worried, because He will provide you.
And He gave us this beautiful place. It's bigger than all the apartments we've had so far, and it's nicer, it's cleaner. It's on the top floor like we wanted, which I know is not convenient when you're moving, but for living it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
we set up the gym training. We already started this past week. Had a week trial to know the members and see if they like us, and everything started going well the way we were asking for. And it's not perfect, but that's what it is. So now we're back. We could have time to breathe, putting things in order, and going up from there.
So we'll give you a little house tour.